A few years ago, a genre of photography called camera tossing was born, which entailed actually throwing your camera into the air and getting a spinning shot of usually lights, but it could be anything, to get a special effect. But tonight we're going to try something different. We're going to try some camera tossing with these Christmas lights all around us, and I'm going to try it with my cell phone. These new phones have amazing cameras in them, and I've found that they have all the settings I need to do some tossing. So let's give it a shot. The phone that I'm going to use tonight is the Samsung Galaxy S7. I'm fairly new to the S7, but I really like the camera on it, and it has all the features that I need. So I've got to go into some manual functions here and do this. Now the S7 is what I recommend for this, but if you have any phone that has a camera that has the same features, they should work just fine. So let's give it a shot. So we're going to go into the camera here, and you'll see it comes up by default auto. So what we need to do first is change the mode to Pro, and then we want to set our timer for 2 seconds, and we want our shutter speed to get way down low. We want it to open up long. So I've got it set for actually 1 second. So it's going to be a 1 second shutter speed. I've got my ISO as far down as it'll go, 50. The idea here is we want to make the whole scene as dark as we can, and the lights are going to show up the best way possible. So I'm ready to go. Now what I've got to do, find my subject, and I've got a nice tree here. It's not very colorful, but a lot of white lights. And I'm going to watch the timer count down. When it counts down, I'm going to toss that phone. Well, that was kind of a wacky one there. Let's try another one. We wait until we see 0. I kind of like that one. Let's try some other lights. Okay, here we have some more colorful lights, and preferably I like a dark background, so the darker the background the better. Let's give this a shot. Now notice also that I'm going to be tossing my phone over snow. At least if I drop it, it's something soft for it to land on. Something to think about when you're throwing a $600 phone. That's kind of a crazy one. A little bit bright. Let's go to something not quite so bright. How about that little tree back there? That was kind of interesting. I like that. I want to try that one again. It's really similar. I want to do it one more time. That one's really crazy. Try it again. Ooh, I like that one. I'm going to try these lights. They're not quite as bright as the LEDs that were over there. We'll see what happens. Ooh, I really like that. That's really pretty. Okay, here are some really bright white lights. They might be too bright. We'll try it and see what it does. kind of cool. It's got an icy look to it. Okay, so that's how to do camera tossing with your phone. And I'm back inside now, and I just did a toss of this tree, and I kind of like it. One thing to keep in mind is when you start your toss, if you hold your phone like this, it's going to wind up a vertical shot. If you start out with it this way, then it's going to be a horizontal shot. So, you know, for the video, I did a couple different ones here, and you'll see the difference on them. But I did a few indoor ones in various parts of the house. Indoors is probably safer than outdoors. You have a little more control. You have carpeting that your phone can land on. And I just want to put this little warning out there. If you break your phone, it's not my fault. I'm telling you, just be careful what you're going to land your phone on if you drop it. So pay attention to that. And then a good idea is to have a protective case on it so that if it does fall, there's a little bit of protection there. And I always keep mine on my phone. So that's it, camera tossing with your phone. And now's the time. You know, Christmas time is great, but any time of the year, if you can find some lights in a dark room, or even candles work, anything that's got just enough light that's going to show up on your screen. And experiment with the settings too, because the settings I used here aren't necessarily what you're going to want to use. So try different ones and see what works for you and what works best for your phone. Go out and have fun.